Hello everyone and welcome to another top 5 records video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 5 best albums by Bruce Springsteen. And Bruce Springsteen is one of the most challenging, important and impressive musicians, perhaps even vocalists, songwriters. He has written loads of songs for others, loads of hits for other people. This man is one hell of a writer. I'm excluding in this video live albums because sometimes I include live albums in the top 5 because you need the essence of a live show to fully comprehend what the artist is about. That also counts for Bruce Springsteen. You need to see or hear a live show to know what he's fully about. But choosing a favorite Bruce Springsteen live album in this list was to me impossible because he has so many great live recordings and I would lose beautiful studio albums for those live recordings. So what I'm going to do the same thing as with David Bowie. I'm going to make a different video with the best Bruce Springsteen live albums. I'm going to make also a different video, a separate video for the best Frank Zappa live albums, and there are more artists who deserve this. I'm kicking off the list with The River, a beautiful intimate album, a double album as a matter of fact. 2 LPs in one. What I have here is a beautiful sounding first British pressing. It sounds intimate, it sounds warm. Springsteen is very fragile here, very fragile, just as on the album which is coming afterwards. As a matter of fact, on his best albums he is fragile. He remains masculine, he remains a worker's man, but he is very fragile. Also the instruments he uses. When you take a song like The River, the way the harmonica starts, pure gorgeous. I mean, this man knows what he's doing. Or perhaps he doesn't, and that makes it so beautiful. The fragility, you know. On number 4, Nebraska. I believe he was even depressed when he wrote and recorded this. This is my dog. I was talking about depression. I'm not depressed. Bruce Springsteen was depressed. That's what you hear her. She's very sensitive. Nebraska is a very interesting album because he wrote this and recorded this in the early 80s, 1982 or something like that. And he first made demos all by himself in a studio. And then he recorded it with his band. And he noticed that something of the intimacy disappeared. So this album is actually, as you see, the solo album. Bruce Springsteen all by himself. And it contains, this is a rare gem of a recording. I mean, the way you're there with Springsteen. It's quite unique, and he wrote some incredible songs. Reason to Believe is beautiful, intimate. Johnny 99, so many good songs on here, and a great album. Nebraska. I'm keeping an eye on Layla. She's walking around my records very, she's a very lovely dog, but I gotta keep an eye on her with the records. On the number 3 spot, Born in the USA. And the first time I bought this album, here she is. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you. Look at the camera, then you can show the people you have 2 Bowie eyes. No, she's not gonna look in the camera. Another time. Born in the USA. Born in the USA was an album, my first introduction to Bruce Springsteen, and I quite disliked it. I bought it in a thrift store for about $1 or $2. This is a British pressing, I believe. No, it's a Dutch pressing, and I was not impressed by it. In those days, I was much more of a 70s guy, and I just thought this album sounded too commercial. I didn't like Dire Straits in those days as well. I wasn't used to an 80s pop sound, and right now I think this is the last of his really rocking albums. After this, with songs like A Tunnel of Love is way too 80s poppy for me, way too much reverb and so on. After another album reintroduced me to Bruce Springsteen, because I really hated him during when I listened to this album for the first time. After I listened to another album, and I'm going to talk about that later in this list, and I listened to his live recordings from 1975, 1985, the live box, I started to get into it. I started to understand the songs, and I started to understand what he was singing about. The entire blue collar element just did not hit with me when I was 18 or 19 years old. It was a couple of years ago when I got into this, and now I freaking love this album. I mean, check out the songs on Born in the USA. Side 1 opens with Born in the USA, nice banger. Then you have last song of side 1, I'm on Fire. Side 2, No Surrender, Dancing in the Dark, and My Hometown. Leila, nee. My dog just, I gotta keep an eye on her. Sorry. Beautiful, beautiful album. On the number 3 spot, Bruce Springsteen, Born USA. A banger, beautiful hits. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous record. 1984. Number 2 spot. There's a darkness on the edge of town. Oh my God, this is good. I mean, he made this album after he made Born to Run, and I believe he was searching for what am I gonna do next. He somewhat was a lost soul after this. I think he's a lost soul most of the time, and music is saving him. First, take a look at this picture. I mean, how many artists have you seen looking so charismatic, so cool, but also so lost? I think this picture is the equivalent of the Rebel Without a Cause picture. Well, Rebel Without a Cause and James Dean was from movies. This picture is for 70s rock. This is the soul of the album. This picture. With that in mind, you start off an album with Badlands. You gotta give them what you take. It's so much energy. Energy and doubt. Adam Racer Kane, second song, beautiful. Something in the Night, Candy's Room, Racing in the Streets. I mean, bam, banger, banger, banger. Then the second side, The Promised Land, Factory, Streets of Fire, Prove It All Night. And ending this one off with Darkness on the Edge of Town, which is one of the best songs this man ever wrote. Gorgeous, gorgeous record. This man made such an incredible album. It has darkness. It has a desire for a light, but it remains melodic, catchy, and Leila, and open to an audience. On number 2 spot, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Then we're going to the number 1 territory. This is the album that got me into Bruce Springsteen. I didn't like his music. I found this album, again in a thrift shop, for about $4, and it was a first US pressing of Born to Run. And this, I'll open it, I mean, beautiful, beautiful artwork. This is a rare gem. I thought he was too commercial before I listened to this album. I just couldn't get into it. I bought it because I saw this picture in the 2001 albums book, and I thought, give it a shot. I know this record is probably more valuable than what I'm paying for it. I didn't know it was a first US pressing. I could not believe how good it sounded. I had a very bad sounding system at the time. I put this on this first US, and it sounds incredible. Thunder Road. I mean, the way this opens with harmonica. And then the first lyrics, screen door slams. Very stress wave. Like a vision she dances. And the melody, I mean, the melody and the lyrics are so incredibly good. It's the guy was 25 when he wrote this. Something like that, 25. How can you write a delicate, brilliant, but powerful song like Thunder Road, that age, I mean, this is great big rock with the sensitivity of a teenager knowing nothing, you know. It's so good. And then after Thunder Road, I mean, one of the best 70s songs ever. 10th Avenue freeze out. Oh, good. After Night, good. Backstreet's great. Then Born to Run. I mean, how do you write a song like Born to Run at that age? It's brilliantly melodic, brilliantly powerful, and the lyrics are so well defined. I mean, this man is a bloody poet. Then She's the One, beautiful intimate song, Meeting Across the River, and you're ending this out with Jungle Land. Jungle Land is the Bohemian Rhapsody of Bruce Springsteen. An epic of enormous proportions. It is incredible how this man did this. This is a masterpiece, and I could not believe what I was listening to. The first time I heard this, I was like, this is Bruce Springsteen? This is a musical genius, man. This is a musical genius. And number one spot, Born to Run. Now, that's my list of 5 best Bruce Springsteen studio albums. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and see you in the next video. Bye.